It all began with a seemingly innocent Raggedy Ann doll, a toy as ordinary as one can imagine. Who would have thought such a harmless item would become the epicenter of supernatural activity, a beacon for the inexplicable, the eerie, the out of the ordinary, a plaything one moment, a vessel for unseen forces the next. But as we'll soon discover, appearances can be dangerously deceptive. Our story takes us back to 1970, where a mother, oblivious to the horrors that lay ahead, purchases Annabelle for her daughter. The doll, with her innocent porcelain face and delicate lace dress, seemed like any other plaything. It was welcomed into the family home, a symbol of childhood whimsy and joy. As the days turned into weeks, however, Annabelle began to display a life of her own. The daughter would often find the doll in positions she hadn't left her in, a leg draped over the arm of a chair, a hand reaching out as if longing for something. The doll seemed to move from room to room without any human intervention. At first, they dismissed it as a playful trick of the mind, or perhaps a forgetful moment. But as the oddities grew more frequent, an unsettling feeling began to creep into their hearts. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of their nightmare. As days turned into weeks, Annabelle's actions grew increasingly sinister. The innocuous movements of the doll, initially brushed off as mere coincidences, began to escalate. It was no longer about a doll changing its position slightly or turning its head. Annabelle started appearing in entirely different rooms, as if she was moving on her own. This eerie progression was not limited to movements alone. The inhabitants of the house started to find handwritten notes, scribbled in a child's handwriting. The notes, bearing messages like "Help us" or "Help Lou," were discovered in places where the doll had been. But the most chilling manifestation was yet to come. One morning, a blood-like substance was found on Annabelle. It seemed as if the doll was crying blood, an image so disturbing that it's etched in the minds of those who saw it. In desperation, a medium was consulted. The medium revealed a story that sent shivers down everyone's spine. The doll was not just a doll. It was inhabited by a spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle Higgins. The spirit claimed it felt comfortable with the inhabitants and wanted to stay and be loved. But as the terrified inhabitants would soon discover, they were not dealing with a harmless child spirit. The tale of Annabelle was about to take a turn even darker, as they would soon find out. In the chilling climax of our tale, the true nature of the entity within Annabelle is revealed. It all came to a head when a house guest was violently attacked, an event so shocking and terrifying that it could no longer be ignored. The innocent-looking doll with her cherubic face and rosy cheeks was nothing more than a facade. Behind those lifeless eyes lurked an entity that was anything but innocent. This terrifying incident marked the entrance of renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Their investigation led to the revelation that shattered all previous assumptions. This was no wandering spirit trapped within a doll. No, it was something far more sinister. The doll was not possessed. It was being manipulated, used as a conduit by an inhuman force. The Warrens uncovered the truth. Annabelle was under the influence of a demonic entity, an inhuman spirit. This malevolent force was not looking for a body to possess, as human spirits often do. Its intentions were far more malignant. It was manipulating the doll to create a sense of fear and desperation, to weaken the resolve of those around it, ultimately aiming to claim a human soul. In the end, the truth was far more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. Annabelle was more than a doll. She was a vessel for an unspeakable evil. In the aftermath of terror, Annabelle found her final resting place. The renowned paranormal investigators, the Warrens, took possession of the doll, ensuring it could wreak no further havoc. They placed Annabelle securely within a glass case in their museum, a prison from which she could not escape. There she remains, a silent and eerie testament to the unknown realms that lurk in our world. Remember, not every toy brings joy. Some bring terror beyond imagination. The story of Annabelle serves as a chilling reminder of this.